What's up, stars? Welcome back. Second time trying to film this. It's currently like 1:30 in the morning. I can't sleep because I have Mountain Dew in my system and insomnia. So, CD collection part 3 it is. First up, some Slam, Atoll, Fallout Frenzy. This song Battlestar Gonorrhea is so good. Highly recommend that. Good stuff put out through Gorehouse. Next up, this is something I blind bought on Amazon. Augury with Fragmentary Evidence. Um, Good tech death. Next up, one of my all-time favorite albums, Mental Funeral by Autopsy. Uh, in the in the Grip of Winter, Slaughter Day, Hole in the Head, Mental Funeral, Torn from the Womb. And this actually has bonus tracks where it has Retribution for the Day and then two demos. Ridden with Disease demo and Service for a Vacant Coffin. I think I bought this on like Amazon of way back when I was just starting to get into like death metal and didn't really know like labels or anything. So basically my death metal knowledge was like, oh, I can only get like whatever bands are being sold on Amazon. Next up, Evolves to Ritual Zombie, really good stuff. I need to change the case. Next up, I Ayakashi Kagure Kagura with Zanikayo. It's like anime grind slam sort of stuff from Japan, I believe. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's from Japan or not, or I can't remember. Next up, some good like Death Thrash, Bacterial Husk, Anthropogenic Ruin. That is so good. Such a good album from last year. Some of these I just haven't really like been in the mood to spin. This is a great one. Begravement, Horrific Illusions Beckon. Um, Scarabs Beneath the Flesh is probably my favorite song on there, but as a whole, it's great. Next up, this is some like blackened thrash that I got from the Metalhead box. Beholder Arcane Subreptus. Excuse me. I love how it looks like a vinyl, but yeah, no booklet or anything. That's it. That annoys me, but whatever. I need to get more from this band. This was my introduction, specifically the title track. Belphegor, Necrodamon, Terrasathan, not my favorite. When I bought it, it was, but obviously that's changed. I remember just listening to that fucking title track over and over and over, and it is a good one. Um, Necro, like I said, Necrodamon, Terrasathan, Vomit Upon Cross, um, Diabolical Possession, Cremation of Holiness. Just good Black Death sort of stuff. I'm not huge into them, and I can get them pretty much in any time I want. Next up, my stepmom, I think, just kind of blind bought this because she said it looked like something, and I forget how good this album is until I listen to it. This is Beneath a Massacre with Dystopia. The thing is, like, this was one of the early deathcore melodic death metal deathcore, whatever the fuck these guys even are. I don't really know a whole lot. Like, this was like my introduction to them, and I didn't really know how I felt about it because like it doesn't look like it'd be something up my alley, but then it's like next up, some like war metal that I blind bought through Amazon. Weirdly, this was like 2-3 years ago. This is Bastille Mockery and Unholy Massacre with Eve of the Bastille Massacre is what this is titled as. But on Spotify it is something completely different, but it is the same fucking split, which is really bizarre. Yeah, really good stuff though. I especially like Bastille Mockery. Unholy Massacre was good, but still Mockery. Now this is probably one of the best war metal albums ever created. Bastille Warlust, Vengeance War Till Death. If you don't know this album and you like war metal, there's something wrong with you. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm not unfolding it completely because that is a pain in the ass. To do. Oh wait, did I fuck that up? I did. Next up, I actually have a shirt that came with this. This is Birth of Depravity from Obscure Domains. This was one of the first things I ever got from Severed. And there's 18 tracks. That is absurd, but it is so good. Like brutal death grind is the best way I can put it. I might wear that shirt again soon because I fucking love it. It doesn't have anything uber offensive or anything. Next up, a band I saw last year. I picked all three of these up from that show. I fucking love these guys. Black Anvil, Time Insults the Mind. I think the T-shirt I have has something for one of these songs, or like something like that. Now my favorite is the follow-up, Triumvirate. This is a really good album. A lot of people might go, "Oh, it's probably because it was your introduction." My introduction was actually, Time Insults the Mind, and then I listened to Triumvirate. Now this was in rotation and like on repeat for like a month straight after that show. Their latest one, Regenesis, not as good as I remembered it being, but it does have 8-Bit Terror, which is a really good song. These guys are actually really nice, and I DM'd saying, uh, can I have the set list? Because I like making playlists to remember shows by, if I can. And they were nice, and went like, here's what it was. It was just songs from that album alone. I have a fucking long sleeve, a t-shirt, a hoodie, and those three albums, and a fucking hat from that uh, show just from them alone. I spent like $200. Next up, some good progressive death metal, Black Crown Initiate with the Wreckage of Stars. My God, I've been listening to this a lot. A Great Mistake and Withering Waves. So fucking good. Just check those songs out. You thank me later. The cleans. Oh, those cleans are so good, and I don't like a lot of. This is gonna sound so weird because I like some melodic death metal, like Insomnium. I don't usually do those kinds of cleans and death metal. Like, they have to be done really well for me to like them. But next up, Black Crown Initiate with Souls We Cannot Forgive. This was good, but I think of the two, the one you should check out is Wreckage of Stars. Next up, this is unfortunately the only album I own from this band, and I'm super pissed I didn't get into them until recently. This is the Black Dahlian Murder with Nightbringers. I know I didn't like them before Trevor died. I'm a fucking sinner, especially because they're from my home state, Michigan. And I actually met one of the dudes, and I was listening to this last year, like on my last day at um, this store I used to work at. But, I mean, Widowmaker, Kings of the Night World, As Good as Dead, The Lonely Disease, of God and Serpent, of Spectre and Snake. I mean, they're so. I like this. I love this. And almost every show I've been to has dedicated a song, or there's something to Trevor. I mean, when I saw Cannibal Corpse and Amon Amarth, George Fisher putting someone out with a shirt dedicated to Trevor. It's like, I see that Trevor shirt. Fuck yeah. Next up, some good old black metal, Black fucking Cancer with Procreate Inverse. I can't remember the name of this fucking album, but this was actually really good. I just hate the fucking Get Out. So you got this bizarre. Yeah. So in other words, I have to do this and then basically treat it like a mini vinyl. And the fucking booklet is. Yeah. So there's that. Next up, I saw this band opening for Possessed, and they actually joined one of my lives on Grim Reviews 666 on Instagram. This is the Black Mariah with their album Road Agent of Blast Furnace, and it has their EP, the Twisted Axe EP. This is like Texan, like death metal, and it is outlaw themed. And then their album from last year, I believe, Desert Hymns and Funeral Grins. This was actually pretty good. I wouldn't say it's like you have to like get it. I just got it to show support. Next up, Black Sabbath Paranoid. I think I got this at a garage record show. I mean, I could live without War Pigs, Paranoid, and Iron Man, but like Electric Funeral and Fairies Wear Boots, those songs fucking shred. No, this is one of my favorite albums from Black Sabbath. I mean, Black Sabbath is kind of one of my favorite bands at this point. And I got this at a record show this year, actually. This is Dehumanizer. Oh! Fucking After All the Dead, Time Machine, um, it was like Letters Flood Earth. And this is Dio era. So, next up is a greatest hits that a friend of mine gave me. It's, yeah. And then this I got at a record show, and I don't think this is even an actual release. Yeah, this is just like a piece of paper. I don't even know if this is. I've not spun this, but I'm not gonna get rid of it because Sabbath. So, second to last, this is Blasted Heath with Vela. God damn. And finally, The Bleeding Rites of Absolution. I fucking adore this album. I remember I got it and I was like listening to it for like a week straight. I like how thrashy it is, and yeah, every song on here is amazing. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Shine on, stars.